yielding our thoughts, plans.
And it really is. It's that simple, but it can also not be so simple for some.
How do we even get here? The thing I like about rock bottom, it gives you a good, firm foundation to stand on,
Yes, it
to
does.
go up.
Yes, it does. Find your passion or pursue your passion. Life coaching, personal development, this is not what we actually intended our lives to be, okay?
Hello, I'm Joseph Williams.
I'm Ebony Williams,
Co-founders of J&E Coaching,
where we help women align
Amplify,
and accelerate their goals in intimate relationships by challenging their BS.
When it comes to breaking habits, when it comes to achieving a goal, when it comes to transforming our life, getting different results, getting unstuck, what we found in our lives, one of the first steps that we had to apply is to
surrender.
What are we talking about, surrender? For us, surrender means yielding our thoughts, plans to God, for Him to then in exchange to give us His thoughts, His plans, His desires for our life. That's it.
And it really is. It's that simple. But it can also not be so simple for some. But the truth is that it's only not simple because you've made it not so. Meaning you have resistance and you've chosen not to actually make a decision.
So we're talking about surrender. How do we even get here? We got here. The thing I like about rock bottom, it gives you a good, firm foundation to stand on, to go up.
Yes, it does.
So that's where we were. We were at rock bottom. We were pursuing fashion. Ebony was pursuing fashion. I was pursuing music. We were not able to get any type of traction. And sidebar, it's a difference between being lazy and not putting forth the effort versus being on the wrong path.
Yeah, talk about it. That's true.
You can be on the wrong path and also be stuck in the mud.
Yes.
On the wrong path.
Yes.
That's what we were. We were on the wrong path and we were stuck in the mud
on that path. And here's the thing. This is a great example of how people say, like, find your passion or pursue your passion. So here's the thing. Life coaching, personal development, this is not what we actually intended our lives to be. Okay, this is not what we envisioned for ourselves. Joseph, like he said, he's a musician. Me, I'm a self-taught fashion designer, and that's actually what we truly wanted to pursue. That's what we were actually passionate about. But guess what? What we were passionate about was not passionate about us.
So let's do an example mini life audit with you for a second. The thing that you have been able to change, have you ever really just sat down and asked yourself why? Why you haven't been able to lose that weight? Why are you not happily married, not happily in a relationship? Why have you been stuck on a job that you hate?
Why does it seem as though you keep yourself in this recurring, never-ending cycle? It's literally
nightmare.
It's literally as though you are on a hamster wheel and you just keep on running. You're going nowhere real fast, okay?
Meanwhile, conversely, you're seeing other people around you. Man, why is it that they're able to do that? Why is it that they're exceeding at that? Why is it that they're getting success at that?
Yes.
We had to slow down and stop and get to this place of, Ebony, why aren't we doing anything?
Yes. And it's okay, so, and here's the thing. Okay, so we live in a society where everything is like, just the microwave, give it to me fast generation, okay? And also comparison is very common. This isn't that type of comparison. So this can sound like comparison, But it's not quite comparison. It's not comparison when you are able to actually see the examples around you and are able to then identify that something is actually missing in your life.
Is you having a knowing, like we had a knowing, that we were meant for greater.
Yes.
We were meant for bigger.
It's literally, we were literally on this wheel, okay? And it's literally a small voice, literally, it's like a whisper, it just comes out of nowhere, and it's like, you can do great things. Literally. And you actually, your spirit actually recognizes it, and you buy into it.
So take some time out. I mean, turn off the TV, turn off social media, turn off everything. Get quiet and figure out what were you meant to do. Mm-hmm. There's a quote that says the 2 most important days of your life is the day you were born
and the day you find out why.
What's your why? Mm-hmm. What's your why? You have to surrender to that.
You do. You
may think that you're called, that you're led to do something, mm-hmm. but maybe your calling, maybe your gift, your talent is in a whole different direction.
It could be in a completely different place. And you have to be willing to relinquish what you thought was actually your path. And we can honestly attest that the sooner you do so, like the quicker you can just get yourself on board. Like, you know what? Okay, this was not quite what I intended, but you have to know that the moment you surrender, there is greater waiting for you. You have to really get that deeply seated and rooted into your gut. You have to know that whatever your expectations are, guess what? Because God is your manufacturer. One, He doesn't do subtraction and division. He only does multiplication. So you have to know that whatever His plan is for you, that it's actually greater than
and grander
than anything you could have imagined for yourself.
So you're not going to be losing out.
No.
You're not going to lose your identity.
Not
you're going to
all.
actually get it. You're going to get your identity.
Yes.
You're going to gain your identity.
Yes.
You're going to gain momentum.
Yes, you'll gain that clarity. And you'll gain that alignment, right?
When we align ourselves with what God had planned for us, things started to happen quickly and rapidly.
They did.
Speaking engagements, being on magazines,
yes,
being connected with famous people.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful souls. Okay.
And make sure that you do it freely.
Yes.
With no
resistance.
No hidden intentions. Well, I'm gonna try it.
I'll do this,
and
but
we'll see if it works. No. Because when we did it, things started to happen for us in such a fast and accelerated rate.
Yes. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, it is literally because we walk, just like we walked into our marriage saying, you know what? We're going to make this work. Mm-hmm. We literally walked into God's plan for us saying, you know what? If this is what you have, we're going to believe and we're going to walk it out. We'll be faithful to it.
So let's recap. This emptiness, this unfulfillment that you know that you have.
It's real.
That maybe you haven't even shared with anybody.
It's real.
You look on YouTube, you look on social media and you say, I'm supposed to be doing that.
It's also that something that says, you know what, I'm looking for something, but I'm not quite sure what it is.
Exactly. But I know what I'm doing isn't
not it. If you're at that place, if that is speaking to you.
That unrest that you have. You get up every day, you go into a job that you know you're not supposed to be working. You're in a relationship that you know you're not supposed to be in. That unrest.
Yes.
That unsettling feeling.
Unrest is actually an inner cry. It's an inner cry saying, come higher.
I was meant for more.
I was meant for more.
I was meant for bigger.
It's time for me to go higher.
From this day forth, do not settle for less than what you deserve. stop yourself, block everything else out, get quiet, and surrender to that higher calling, that higher identity in your life.
Yes, because the truth is that greater is calling, and it is time. It's time for you to stop using the excuse of being afraid. Stop using the excuse of I've never had an example. Stop using the excuse of, well, mama hasn't done it, daddy hasn't done it, sister, brother hasn't done it. It doesn't matter. Why? Because it's you. You are the one. It's time for you to step up and level up.
So thank you so much for joining us in this conversation. And remember, if it's not challenging you,
it's not changing you. Bye, guys.